Well, another clinical win for India tonight. 90 runs the margin this time here at Mount Maunganui, and New Zealand just have not been in the game. There were moments, small glimpses, where New Zealand might have felt that they could get back into the game with the ball, but that didn't really eventuate. And Rohit Sharma, Kedar Jadhav, I mentioned before, he was back in form in Napier. That partnership now 14 century partnerships between he and Rohit Sharma. So pleasing from an Indian point of view, that is, I'm sure. With the ball, India again, just outstanding. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Shami up top, and then the spinners just take control. And what a nice foil Kedar Jadhav is becoming in the middle, just backing up Kuldeep and backing up Chahal as well. Chahal I thought was outstanding again. Kuldeep picked up the wickets. He'll take most of the plaudits, but it's just those little wickets every now and then from Kedar Jadhav that make a massive difference, and they allow, when Vijay Shankar's not bowling well, even if Hardik Pandya is in the side and he's not bowling as well or going around the park a little bit, they allow Kohli to just bring in Kedar Jadhav and do a job. Gets low, he doesn't get a lot of bounce, he turns the odd one. The one that drifted away from Ross Taylor, picking up that crucial wicket, was a huge moment in the match. So India just all in all clinical, with the ball in hand, with the bat in hand, and even in the field as well. From a New Zealand perspective, tough for the top three. They just, if they're not scoring runs, Guptill, Munro, Williamson, New Zealand really struggle. They expose the likes of Taylor, Latham, who has been a good player of spin at times. They just expose them to Kuldeep, to Chahal, to Yadav, and to scoreboard pressure. And that's been a massive thing. When there's scoreboard pressure, you've got to come in straight away, score at a runner ball, or even better. It just becomes too tough. And India just put that pressure on. Really impressed with that stumping tonight of MS Dhoni. He was fantastic behind the stumps. Fastest gloves in the east, west, north, south, you name it. He has got quick gloves, and he was brilliant tonight. There was a little inkling, maybe it was just slightly in front of the stumps, but I don't think so. I think it was just perfect execution from MS Dhoni tonight. So what do New Zealand do now between today and 2 days' time here at Mount Maunganui? Well, they have to improve. They have to find a way to play the spin better. Talking to Kane Williamson after the match, he just said they've got to go back to school. They've got to go back and find a way to work the ball around, pick up the ones, not necessarily find the boundaries off Chahal and Kuldeep, but just take them for 4, 5 and over. If they get none for 50, none for 45, New Zealand are winning. New Zealand have won those contests, those little battles. Then they have to worry about the seam bowlers. So that's what they'll have to do. Craig McMillan, the batting coach, will have to work really hard with some of those guys in the off day tomorrow. For Virat Kohli, day off. He said he was going to the beach, or he was going to see some sights around Mount Maunganui, and they deserve it. Every one of these Indian players deserve it. They've had a long tour, some of these guys, of Australia, and they've come to New Zealand. They've just been as good as they were in Australia. So they deserve a day off. New Zealand, it'll be back to the nets. I expect maybe 1 or 2 changes. Mitch Santner will be back definitely in the next match, probably to partner Ish Sodhi. I think New Zealand will go with dual spin. Will they bring Southey back for Bracewell? Will they give Lockie Ferguson a rest, or even Trent Boult a rest? It's the batting that's been an issue, but what batting cover did New Zealand have? Not a lot. Maybe Will Young, keep an eye out for that name, to come into the squad for the last couple of games and possibly get an opportunity. New Zealand, much improvement needed. India, just the train keeps rolling on.